My old boss used to say, sell the sizzle, not the steak. Meaning, people don't buy based on the facts alone. They buy into excitement, impact, and vision. And that applies to your career too. If your resume just lists responsibilities or achievements without telling the full story, you're actually leaving opportunities on the table. So today, I want to share 3 ways to make your resume stand out without just stuffing it with numbers and keywords. I should also say that this principle also applies to when you're interviewing and other aspects of the job search process. But we are going to focus on how to apply these finer points to level up the resume. So let's jump in. First, don't just focus on the results. Give people context. AI tools are great at summarizing your experience, but oftentimes they cut out really important details. So ask yourself, does my resume explain the scope of my work, who I collaborated with, the complexity of my projects? These kind of details help hiring managers understand why your work mattered, not just what you did. Second, if you want to showcase impact, talk about the before and after. It's one thing to say, I streamlined a process and saved time. But what was it like before you got involved? Was it inefficient, outdated, messy? That contrast shows hiring managers the real value you bring because you're actually highlighting what you did in your transformation. Finally, use the language of the industry you want to work in. I have an example. I had a client who worked as a project manager. She wanted to change industries, moving from government to the private sector in tech. Though she did have a ton of experience that seemed relevant, including managing large-scale implementation of systems that she felt would be really helpful to her prospects, she found that she wasn't really getting many calls. One of the suggestions made to her was that she focus on adopting language in her bullets on agile-based projects she had been a part of, since that's the primary approach to many projects in the tech environment. While she had agile experience, much of her resume talked about the projects that were actually based on another approach, the waterfall methodology. So it wasn't really clicking with hiring managers at companies she had hoped to be interviewed with. Small changes like aligning your language with the industry help recruiters and other hiring people see that you actually belong in that space. AI-generated resumes can get you started, but they don't tell your story the way that you can. So add depth, highlight the before and after, and speak the right language. That's how you make your resume more than just a list of jobs. It actually then becomes a powerful career story. If you found this helpful, drop a comment or share with someone who's in the job search. And if you want to have more personalized help, let's connect.